club-name, and for guests like guestoma, g-name. The third is support the meeting by muting your microphone, turning on your camera, and share supportive messages on the chat. The fourth, keep it safe and kind. Avoid sensitive topics such as politics or religion. Let's keep this a supportive space for everyone. And the last but not least, the most important one is to have fun because we learn by having fun. And the SAA team today is the Zoom Master, TM Toastmaster Leonie, and welcoming Ambassador Kafa, Toastmaster Kafa, myself. I'm going to pass down the torch to our Madam President. Kat Leonie, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Kafa, our Vice President of Organizer. And my name is Leonie, and I would like to introduce a little bit about our club, SCBD Toastmasters Club, supportive, connected, brave, and developing together since 2005. Next, please. We are part of Toastmaster International. It is a non-profit organization that has been established since 1924. Focuses on communication and leadership with more than 270,000 members across 150 countries. And as part of Toastmaster International, we have club values and club mission. So I would like all of you to unmute yourself. If I say our club values are, please read out loudly our club value. If I say our club mission is, also help me read out our club mission. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Our
Yes, we
club
are.
values are
Integrity, respect,
service,
service, and excellence.
Our club mission is
We provide
a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in great self-confidence and personal growth.
Thank you everyone for reading out our club values and club mission. Next, please. So I just want to give you a little bit of information why you should join Toastmasters. First, because you can build your confidence. How? By consistently delivering speeches and even taking roles in our weekly meeting. Like today, there are so many role takers, and you can be one of them. Number two, you can learn to turn ideas into action because we have practical projects in the Toastmasters Pathway module. The third one, you can improve your life quality because by practicing communication skills like active listening skills and giving evaluation in Toastmasters, it really builds your competence because your competence only goes as far as your ability to communicate. Next, please. Some other benefit that you can have when joining Toastmasters is getting a networking, a growth-minded network. And like today, we have supportive neighbor that will support our club. First, Toastmaster Sylvia Lim Miawan, the club president of Metropolitan Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Fabrilian Hussein, past VP of Jakarta Toastmasters Club. And we are so thankful for all of your support today. And I think that is all from me as your club president for today. And with the power vested in me, I would like to officially open this meeting by saying, Happy morning!
Happy morning.
Happy morning!
Happy morning.
All right, now I would like to pass the control to our Toastmasters of the meeting for today, Toastmaster Ines Lois. Toastmaster Ines Lois, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Leonie. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Perfect. Happy morning, everyone, fellow Toastmaster and guests. So today, I'm Ines. I will be your Toastmaster of the day today. So, have you ever noticed that a ball cannot reach its highest point until it first hits the ground? So in life, we often view our lows as ending. But today, our theme is grow after the low. So we are here to celebrate the resilience that follows the fall. Before we dive into our meeting, I'd like to introduce our word of the day, which is bounce. It means to spring back after hitting the surface or to recover from a setback. Later on, our grammarian will explain more about our word of the day. And I encourage everyone, especially our speakers, to use our word of the day, bounce, throughout the meeting. To get our energy moving, let's start with our question of the day. How did you rise from the lowest point in your life? I will start. I will start to answer the question. I hope after this, everyone can think about the question and reflect back. And I will give space or an opportunity to answer this question later. So let me start. How did I rise from the lowest point in my life? I will start with galau. I will be very down. I don't know what to do, and it's very normal as a human being, right? But I always keep in mind that the quote from Morgan Freeman, he said in one movie, if someone prays for patience, you think God gives them patience, or does he give them the opportunity to be patient? So you aren't given the outcome, you are handed the chance to earn it. It reminds us the real skill building. If you guys ever have the workshop or training, it's like a skill building. Feels messy at first. Like when we learn to walk, we will fall oftenly, but what if we stop trying? Do you think we can run today? That is my answer. Anyone wants to answer the question? Let me choose then. Guess Thomas, do you want to answer the question?
Yes, thank you. So your question is that how to how to rise from that lowest point, right?
Yes.
Uh, yeah, it's tough. Uh, no, I don't have any idea. Good idea.
Have you ever experienced like the lowest point?
Lowest point. Mm, okay. Okay. There are some. I have many low points, but the lowest point.
And how do you
Mm, mm,
how
mm,
do you overcome with that?
mm. Oh. I don't remember. I don't want to remember those points.
You don't. Yeah,
Sorry.
fair. It's fair. All right, thank you, guest Thomas. Anyone else want to answer?
Let me try.
Mhm.
Can I?
Yes, I cannot see who's
The
speaking.
lowest point in my life
Oh, hi,
was
Toastmaster Yusuf.
when I graduated from high school. I really wanted to study in a university. I worked really hard. to pass my exam. And I tried to do the entrance exam as hard as possible. And I could get into university. But what happened? My parents didn't have any single money. I was so disappointed. I was really down. Then I said to myself, fine, we cancel to continue my study now. But next year, I must try again. And from that time, one whole year, I tried to work to earn the money. And after I got some money, then I applied again to the university. And at that time, I could pass with the scholarship. So when once you're down, never give up. Try to work hard, you will find a way. Somebody up there is going to help us. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf. Wow, you you never give up on your dream. You have a dream and you work on it. It's a very powerful message there. Thank you. All right, so later on, I will give another opportunity for everyone to answer the question. Please keep the answer in your mind first. Our agenda today, just as usual, we start from the prepared speech, table topic, evaluation, and the evaluation is for prepared speech and the whole meeting from our GE. Before we start, to ensure our meeting runs with precision, we have our team today. We have three precious evaluators who will provide the feedback necessary for them to bounce to the next level. Toastmaster Winda, Toastmaster Brian, and Toastmaster Kava. This is our most precious, also for our most precious team member, our timer. To ensure we stay on schedule and respect everyone's time, please welcome our timer. Please explain your role, Toastmaster Sonny.
Thank you, Madam Tom, Toastmaster Ines. Wait a minute, I need to share my slides. Okay, hello, happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
I know this is already night, but I hope that you can still bounce from the laziness of the night to the bring back the morning spirit. My name is Sonny, and I will serve you as your timer today. What is timer job is to give the time signals. I will give time signals by sorry. I will give time signal by giving the background. If I change my background to green, that means you have met the minimum criteria. If my background is yellow, that means you are about to run out the time. So you need to prepare to end your speech. And when I see the red background, you have 30 seconds to complete your speech. Be careful. If I'm still showing the blue background, that means you were still under the time. So make sure that you speak until you see the green. Today, we have several time signals. We have for prepared speech, we will have two normal speakers that have 5 to 7 minutes, except for the speaker two, because she is going to deliver icebreaker. Her time will be 4 to 6 minutes. For table topics, it will be 1 to 2 minutes, and evaluations 2 to 3 minutes. Please see the time signal carefully. And to make sure that everyone can see my time signal, please allow me to raise my hand during the meeting so you can always see it. Thank you. Back to Madam Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sony. Our next role is our grammarian to help us elevate our language and introduce our word of the day. Please welcome our grammarian, Toastmaster Bebe. The screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ines. So, fellow Toastmaster and guests, kindly introduce, I'm Beatrix, or people call me Bebe too. As grammarian today, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers and listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper languages as well as any outstanding word, quotes, and saying or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So, for today's meeting, the word of the day, as mentioned by Toastmaster Ines before, it is bound, which is it means to rebound after hitting the surface, move energetically, or in begging for a check to be refused due to insufficient funds, something like that. And how to use it? You can use it, for example, like she bounced into the room with excitement. Or another sample is, it's getting late, I'm going to bounce. So you can use the word of bounce like that. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, everyone, okay? And I will give the grammarian report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ines.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bebe. That is a fantastic word. Our next role, and another role, is our AHA counter. We have, she is dedicated to help us eliminate those pesky filler words like so, and so on. We also have 3 prepared speech, which will be introduced by our evaluator later on. And the important person, our GE, Toastmaster Sylvia, who will oversee the entire meeting and provide feedback on our overall performance. Also, our ballot counter, who will collect voting for best speaker, best evaluator, and best table topics during a meeting. Let's start our session. Our first segment is prepare speech session. I will hand over to our first evaluator, Toastmaster. Hold on. Our first evaluator will be oh.
Yes, Toastmaster Ines, it's
It will be
me.
Toastmaster Linda.
Yes.
Toastmaster Rida, sorry.
Yeah.
Yours,
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Ines. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I have the honor of evaluating Toastmaster Salma, who will deliver a second speech from the project High Performance Leadership. The purpose of the second speech is for the member to share some aspect of her experience completing the project. Please welcome Toastmaster Salma with her speech titled Half Phoenix, Half Human. Half Phoenix, Half Human. Toastmaster Salma, the screen is yours.
Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. Have you ever been punched so hard by life that when you hit the ground, you wondered if you'd ever get up again? Last year, I hit that ground, and I hit hard. For 5 years, I worked as a project officer, and I was good at it. I delivered. I made clients happy. Then came a new project, and everything I thought I knew about myself began to crumble. I struggled with my team. I struggled with my boss. I tried to adapt, to adjust, but all I found was failures. again and again. I was yelled at so often that my body learned to flinch before the words even came. And my anxiety becomes a constant companion. I had difficulty of sleeping. I couldn't concentrate. Even I couldn't breathe easily. And then came the moment that broke me. In the performance review, my boss looked at me and said 7 words I will never forget. She said, project management is not your forte. It's not something that you are good at. It's only 7 words, but it felt like my 5 years working as in a project management felt like a failure. And I reflect that I have a habit whenever someone in a higher position speaks with conviction, their opinion defeats mine, even when the evidence says otherwise. So I used to believe her. And then, after contemplating and thinking, I see that there's only 3 months left in my contract. I think with all the damage that I had experienced, I decided not to continue and I want to quit. But quit to where? In this current economy and job market, application after application, I face rejection and rejection. And I had been working for 6 years now. I was supposed to be earning my master's degree plan, capturing photos in some European campus somewhere, because that was the initial plan. That was my dream. But all I got was a stressful job and rejection application. And at the time, I was prepared to be unemployed, which is something that I genuinely couldn't afford. And I thought that I hit the lowest point of my life. And the questions started to storming my head. Did I choose the right career? Where did I go wrong? And did I come to this far only to fail? My confidence was crumbled and it was at its lowest low. And then I asked myself a question. Am I really incapable of leading a project? And I decided to find out, not at work, but here in Toastmasters. Through my high performance leadership project, I lead an iftar gathering, which we attend a few months ago. I was terrified because after everything, would anyone even want to support and become my team? Would anyone believe me as a leader? And eventually, they did. People showed up, and in the event, people joined, and people trust me. That's something that really meaningful for me because at that time, I believed that I had bounced for the first time in a very long time. And here's the thing about bouncing back. Once you start, momentum finds you. Right after I finished my final project at work, someone called me from a college. Hey, Salma, are you free? Let's catch up sometime. It was a short call, and turns out it is an offer to be a project manager with a better pay and a better working condition. I reached for my CV and said, hey, here's my CV just for administration purpose. And he said, no, no need. I know how you work. I was paused and I was stunned because, wow, I actually have that capability, but only I had a few bad lucks and also some unfortunate moments that led me to not believing in myself. So I bounced again. And then I decided to fight for my dream to join a master's degree and a scholarship. And here's what I found. Among 800 applicants, I was accepted to be the top candidates in one of the best university in the Europe. And then I still need to wait for the scholarship. Just yesterday, I got the email about my scholarship. Among 13,000 applicants, only less than 200 accepted. So the acceptance rate was only 1.5%. Unfortunately, I was not one of them. It's sad, it hurts, but from my previous experience, I noticed that I know I know how to bounce. I know how it feels like to be a phoenix to rise from the ashes. And I cannot wait to see how high I rise next. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Toastmaster Salma, for using our word of the day for a few times. Also, sometimes when we got feedback, we will think we will change our identity become based on the feedback. But if we look back or we try to find out more, it's not us. We are more than it. People can just judge from the outside. Our quality, we know better what is our quality. It's a very strong message. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Salma. Let's move to our next speaker. Will be introduced by our second evaluator, Toastmaster Brian. Toastmaster Brian, the screen is yours.
Hello, everyone. Happy morning. My name is Brian Hussein, and today I have an honor to help and to enjoy Toastmaster Winnie's speech, her first speech as a new member at the SGBD Toastmaster Club. She is embarking on ice speaking speech with a speaking length between 4 until 6 minutes. Let me read out the purpose of her project. So the purpose of this project is for members to introduce themselves to the club and to learn the basic structure of a public speech. And she has a very interesting title that make us to choose either or. Now, if you're curious, let us welcome Toastmaster Weni. Glass or rubber? Glass or rubber? Toastmaster Weni.
Happy morning. Thank you, Toastmaster Brian. Glass or rubber? When life hits you hard, which one are you? For me, 2020 was the lowest point of my life. I lost my mother. I went through deep grief, haunted by guilt, asking myself, have I been a good enough daughter? While also adapting to a new work from home environment filled with overlapping meetings marathon more than 10 hours. I remember sitting in front of my laptop, one meeting in Indonesia in my right ear, another in English in my left. It felt like I was being pulled into two directions while my heart was still grieving. How did I survive from that situation? Slowly, I began to rise. I didn't do it alone. I have people I trusted, people who listened without judgment. I realized something simple. When we share our feelings, the burden becomes lighter. Sometimes we just need someone to listen. Other times we need another perspective to help us move forward. The other thing was I decided to pursue my master degrees for two reasons. First, it was my last promise to my mom. And second, I needed something completely new to distract my mind. I knew it was a bit strange. Instead of slowing down, I challenged myself with something new to push myself to rise again. My master's journey wasn't easy. I was prepared to lose the money if I failed, so I chose not to rely on the scholarship. I started with no idea for my thesis. It felt like jumping into deep water without knowing how to swim. At one point, I had to restart my thesis, not once, but 3 times. Each time it felt like going back to zero while other classmates had already done the chapter 3 or 4. I felt left behind and I almost gave up. I spent late nights doing assignments. During the exam, it was like a roller coaster. I had to manage my time to do research for the exams and finish my job at work. There were nights when I set an alarm every 2 hours just to keep my work going. Later, I was selected to join a succession development program, which included 1 year of intensive training and a project during my final year of study. Wow, another challenge. At first, I felt overwhelmed, but unexpectedly, it became one of the best years of my life. All of those sleepless nights paid off. I graduated on time with a perfect GPA, and I received multiple awards and was named one of the top 12 employees in my company. We cannot control what happens in our lives, but we can control how we respond, how to deal with it. Are we a glass ball that breaks into pieces when it hits the ground, or a rubber ball that bounces back, not just bouncing, but bouncing higher? That is totally our own decision. So when you face your lowest moment, find someone you trust, share with them, and find something that helps you rise again. When life hits you at your lowest, remember, you don't have to stay there. You can choose to bounce back and maybe even higher than before. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Winnie. Thank you also for using our word of the day. It's not easy to find some challenge when you are at a very low position, like very low feeling. I really appreciate that. It's very hard to do. Let's move to our third prepared speech. It will be introduced by our evaluator, Toastmaster Kafa. Toastmaster Kafa, the screen is yours.
Thank you. Toastmaster Ines, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you. Experience is a great teacher, but a great speaker knows how to turn experience into an anthem. Our next speaker is a pillar of this club who consistently raised the bar for all of us. Today, they are focusing on connect with storytelling from Presentation Mastery Pathway Level 3 elective. Bringing their signature gravitas to the lectern, this is a pleasure to it is my pleasure to introduce a speaker who reminds all of us why we keep coming back to the stage. Walking through tunnels, Toastmaster Andika, walking through tunnels.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
British weather has two moods, rain and heavier rain. But in 2008, I learned that the weather has another mood. It's the test of the soul. I was there for a 1 month training. I stayed there in a resort. I quickly learned that fasting in the UK is like invited to a buffet but only allowed to watch. At first, it was fine by me. However, it gets difficult. Why? Because I had to negotiate with the chef to provide me a sandwich for my pre-dawn meal. And in that year, fasting started at 3:30 a.m. and ended at 9:30 p.m. 18 hours of nothing but patience on the menu. But the catch is, I couldn't choose the filling of that sandwich, whether it's egg, chicken, or cheese. So every morning at 3 a.m., shivering, half asleep, I needed to trek from my room to the kitchen for 10 minutes to fetch that sandwich. And when I get back to the room, I looked at the bag like a bomb squad member and wishing, please be chicken, please. I got egg. The next day, egg. How about the next day? Another egg. So I felt like a secret agent whose the greatest enemy was cholesterol. But at that time, I learned that I had to bounce into that routine. I also learned that walking through tunnels actually made me resilient. But that's not the real problem. There's another bigger problem. Those are my friends. They were so caring that every lunchtime, when I passed the restaurant, they would call, "Hey, Andika, have a bite. It's good for your health." It felt like I was starring in a reality show, Survivor, lunch edition. But then came the real danger. I had to undergo a firefighter training. I had to leave the heavy gear. I needed to run for 50 meters. I needed to put out fire and hoping that I am not gonna smell like a barbecue. It was tough. The heat was like a physical wall. The outfit was like a weight that pulled me down to the floor. And even my friends suggested me, please stop fasting. It's not good for your health, especially today. But when I started to see the roaring fire, I remembered that my tunnel wasn't really the hunger. My tunnel was the self-doubt. And the light at the end of the tunnel is actually there. So I kept believing in it. Was it tough? It was very tough. But I did it till the end. And my vision was blurry and pixelated. I almost fainted. So I laid down on the ground and I thought to myself, if I was gonna faint, That would be a perfect place because I was surrounded by firefighters. When I lay on the ground, I smiled at the sky because that day I didn't just survive. I kept walking through the tunnel and I did it. So walking through a tunnel actually didn't make you break. It really showed who you really are. You may have this sort of moments where stopping makes more sense, where stepping away is safer. But then, if we do that, we might lose the opportunity to bounce forward from the edge or the edge of our own limit. Toastmaster of the meeting, my fellow life fighters. My tunnel was fasting in the cold UK. Your tunnel might come in different ways. Your career setback, your family problem, or your dreams that felt apart. But resilience isn't about enduring the dark. Resilience is about facing the same question. Will we stop? Or will we keep walking through the tunnel and get the light at the end? Because at the end of the day, perseverance and resilience is about discovering that you're no longer afraid of it. Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andika. Also, thank you for using our word of the day. It's a very interesting question. Will we stop or will we keep walking through the tunnel and get the light? Sometimes stepping back is so much easier. Thank you so much. I would like to invite our timer to share the time report. Toastmaster Sony, the screen is yours.
Oh, hi, I'm back to share the time report, and I would like to proudly say that all the speakers are eligible to be voted. Congratulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sony. Now I would like to invite our ballot counter to share the link, the voting link. Also, please share it
Okay.
at the.
Sorry, wait. Maybe to Toastmaster eligible, Toastmaster Sunny, maybe might I know?
All of them are eligible.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, everyone, happy morning. My name is Nata, and today I will be your ballot counter. Please scan the QR code on the screen to the voter the best speaker today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nata. Please also share
Can
the.
you write also the link to choose?
Yeah. All right. While voting, I would like to invite one of you, voluntary, who wants to answer the question, our question of the day, which is, how did you rise from the lowest point in your life? Anyone? Let me choose. Is this a guest or Toastmaster? Are you Vidya Stuti? Are you there? Guest Glenn Saputra, are you there? Well, am I audible? Oh, guess yours.
I'm here.
Yes, thank you. So the question is, how did you rise from the lowest point in your life?
My lowest point, it's kind of complicated, but this is a good question. How do I rise for the lowest point? Number one, introspection. Did I actually do it wrong? Or did I actually do it right? If I do it wrong, I actually have to throw away what my mistake. After I throw it away, I actually see what I have to do in the future. After I think, I act, and I don't show my result. I actually just enjoy my result by myself, not showing it to the other people. That's how I rise from the lowest point in my life.
Thank you so much, Gesius. It's a very
Huh?
step by step. Sorry. Okay. It's a you have the action item like for every failure you have like the action item for what is next, what is next, what is next. It's very important in our life to keep our life sustained. Thank you so much. Now we move to our second session, which is table topic, the most exciting part of the meeting. This is where we test our ability to bounce back from the unexpected question. Our table topic master today is Toastmaster Faisal. Let's see who can rise to the challenge. Toastmaster Faisal, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ines. So, happy morning, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Faisal, and I will be your table topic master for tonight. And today's session will be a little different because okay, welcome to a guided reflection session led by someone who is not a real therapist. But don't worry, I do have a degree, Faisal SPSI, self-proclaimed specialist. And today's session will be free of charge. So make the most out of it. With today's theme, Grow After Law, I would like to invite the participant tonight to reflect on on your experience from your rock bottom to bounce back to the new position. And here's how it will work. I will call one of the participants' name, and then I would like you to pick one of available card here. Choose one that you feel resonate with your story, and then behind this card, there is a question that you need to answer. No need to overthink, just share your experience. And let's begin our session. Anyone want to be the first speaker for this table topic session? Uh, okay, if no one raised their hand, I will pick one. Oh, Yos, guess Yos Pitarso. Okay. Which card would you like to pick?
Hmm.
Let me check. Pass me.
Pass me. Okay. Let's see what's behind this card. Oh, so this is the question. If you could send a gift to your past me from 5 years ago, what would you give to help your old self to get through your hardest time?
Okay, so this is a good question. Okay, this is a good question. So this is how I say to my past self. Hey, stop being lazy. Hey, stop being lazy in your hard time. This is not a comfort zone. This is not a comfort zone. You have to get out of it and start to face the real world. And there is the other one. Stop. Stop addicted to your phone. And be focused on the future. That's how I could say to my past from 5 years. That's it.
Okay. Can you share what kind of gift that you will give, like an item that you will share to your past self to get out of your porn addict?
My gift from the to the past. Okay, so I could give something that actually like Okay, here is it. Oh, maybe some maybe some K-pop from myself since I was an Anytime member since 2025.
Okay. That's
Yeah, it's hit myself to actually to go to actually to become diligent at doing sport. Use this, you might need it in the future. Or maybe some gym bag or a gym bag. Hey, you need this? Then take it. That's how I make my path up to get up from the comfort zone.
okay. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Yos, for sharing your story to get out of your laziness and stop your phone addict during your 5 years ago. That's an interesting story that you share with us. And next, anyone want to share
Can I try this question?
any card? Pardon?
Can I
Who's
try?
speak?
My name is Toma. Can you hear my voice?
Ah, okay. Uh, so our soon to be Toastmaster Toma,
Yes.
which card that you want to choose?
Mm, so turning point.
Turning point.
Yes.
Okay. So the question is, was there a new habit that helped you get out of your lowest point and help find you your new turning point?
Mm.
So our soon to be Toastmaster Toma, the
Mhm.
screen is yours.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. Uh, okay. It's I think I think my habit is sleeping and forgetting things in the past, which are painful for me. For I think those habits I learned those habits mainly when I was a high school student. Uh, I At that time I started my new sports. Which is a Japanese fencing. Uh, so it's a Japanese traditional uh, way to use swords. Uh, Actually, in those sports, many beginners start from elementary school students or junior high school students. So I started late. So at that time, I was beaten by many of my colleagues, and every day I got every day I got shocked with my results. But ev but every night I go I go to bed early especially when my shock is the largest. I then then after after in the next morning I forget many of those uh, many of those things and restart my uh, practice for for the sport. Yeah, so therefore, sleeping is a kind of new habit when I learned in my high school. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, our soon-to-be Toastmaster Toma, for sharing your story. So you start a new sport to help you find your new turning point. That's an interesting question. So for our next speaker, I would like to ask Toastmaster Sultan. Toastmaster Sultan, are you available?
Yeah, but could you please remind me the VOD?
Sorry, the what?
I think I forgot to change the mic. Oh, okay. Could you please retell what's our VOD? Oh, bounce. All right. Thank you, Tom. Okay. What choices do I have, TTF?
So you got all of this, but pass me and turning point.
Oh my God. So, how about okay. This is hard. This is hard. Okay, I will choose support in the middle.
Okay, good choice. So let's see what's the question behind the card support. So this is the question. Who is one person in your life that you can always count on? Tell us a story about a time that they really saw up for you during your lowest point. The screen is yours, Master Sultan.
Hey, Sultan. I know many of you, even your friends, maybe your best friend, do not understand what the good situation you have. But I'm still here with you. Could you guess who said that to me? My own self. That's why it's it's maybe like a gray area because that's my coping mechanism in a good way because STEM is vegan is psychology, and out because everyone, your closest, your relative, your best friend, your friends, your colleagues, everyone has their own business, has their own routine, and I what I've been doing too if, at my lowest point is talk with myself and challenge my own thoughts, my own obstacle that I have in my head by writing it down. And then I go to sleep, wake up, and I find my own solutions. That's how I bounce back from every problem I have faced. Because everyone can give you a suggestion, everyone can give you critic, feedback, but don't forget to talk with yourself. Can we digest it? Can we absorb it? Or is it nice to have that everyone supports me? Either it's harsh or soft, I would always think everyone has their own way to support others, their beloved ones. So, fellow Toastmaster and guests, I would say that uh, instead of against yourself, be friend with yourself because that's the only one you have when you are at the lowest point. Back to our TTM. Okay, this is hard question actually.
Thank you, Tasmaster Sultan. That's uh, one way interesting point how you see the question. And thanks for sharing about your experience on this. And so we will have one last speaker. So I think I see someone raising their hands. So let me see. Guess our soon to be Toastmaster Glenn Saputra. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Faisal.
Okay. So would you like to be our last speaker for tonight?
Sure, sure, my pleasure.
Which card do you want to pick?
How about growth?
Growth. Okay. Let's see what's the question behind this card. Okay. So this is the question. What is one thing you have changed or improved compared to your last yourself?
Yes, thank you, Faisal. It's a good and a tough questions. Uh, actually, uh, one thing that is changed a lot from me is my own body weight. I used to be last year, exactly last year, April last year, I used to be around 87.6 kilograms, and my height only 171 centimeters. And at that time, I was very lack of I got I'm very nervous, lack of confidence when it comes to talk to other people, and I just hate myself when it comes to for me to see myself uh like in the mirror. Uh and then yeah, from there on. And also last year is my first time to enter a real job. So I was a fresh graduate and I entered the job. I got my body weight was very high. And then yeah, it was very tough for me. And then how I made a really high bounce from that is I entered gym. I pushed myself to uh register myself to the local gyms here. And then yeah, from that on, it was hard at first, only attend once a week and then twice a week and then so on until I right now I can do consistently like 4 until 5 times a week. And then what's the result from that? What's the growth? What's changed from me? It is I decreased my body weight from 87.5 kilograms into right now standing at 74 until 75 kilograms. And I'm still aiming to lower that. And then it was a tough process, a tough acceptance of myself. Maybe some of you also experience that way. And guys, we can always bounce back to who we are. And then it's not just bounce back, but we can actually also jump into another version of ourselves, which is uh, almost near our best version, I believe. So yeah, that's what I have been improved this past year. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you.
Thank you, our soon to be Toastmaster Glenn. So that's an interesting story that you share. So you started go to the gym and you gain confidence in other aspect of your life. Maybe maybe someone who has same problem can go not only go to the gym but do some sport or exercise to improve their confidence and also another aspect of their life. So we already at the end of table topic session. Thank you everyone for joining today's self-reflection. So even though I came as a fake therapist, but I will leave a lesson. We all hit rock bottom at some point, but today proof from everyone's story that we are all capable of rising again. So that's all from me. Back to you, our Toastmaster of Meeting, Toastmaster Ines.
Thank you, Toastmaster Faisal. It's a refreshing session because it's very rare for us to have an opportunity to have self-reflection. Thank you so much for making us thinking about all the questions. Okay, I would like to invite our timer, Toastmaster Sony, to give the report. Maybe you can, yeah.
Thank you, Madam Tom. As we can see on the time report, unfortunately, one table topic speaker are not eligible to be voted because exceeded time. So 3 of the speakers can be voted. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sony. Please also welcome our ballot cast, Toastmaster Nata.
Okay, please vote the screen to vote the best table topic speaker today. And I will share to the link at the chat Zoom. Thank you. And I will give back to the semester meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nata. So let's have a picture. Let's take a picture. I will hand over to our SAA.
Okay, hello. Wait. I will lead the photo taking session. Make sure to look at your camera. While we do this, turn on your camera as well, of course. Okay. Calling guest Toma, distinguished Toastmaster Gatot, and guest Ayu. With that, photo taking session will start in 3, 2, 1. Come on, let's use the word of the day, bounce. Describe bounce with your pose. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Photo taking session done, and I will share the guest book in the chat. Don't forget to fill that in. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kava. Let's move to the next session. Growth is impossible without feedback. To lead us through the assessment of our growth today, please welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Bebe, who will lead our evaluation session today. Toastmaster Bebe, the screen is yours.
No, not me.
I think it should be Toastmaster Sylvia.
Trophy.
Toastmaster Sylvie.
Toastmaster Sylvie. Oh, sorry. Toastmaster Sylvia, the screen is yours.
Oh, wait, sorry, you mean me? Who
Yes,
make the GE first?
Yes.
I thought it will be evaluation first, but it's okay. Okay.
No, I mean, you will lead the evaluation session.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster and soon-to-be Toastmaster, happy morning. And yeah, I will lead the evaluation session. First, we have, wait, yeah, I will look at first. First evaluator, we have Toastmaster Winda, who will evaluate Toastmaster Salma. Toastmaster Winda, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sylvia. Thank you, Toastmaster Salma, for your inspiring speech about bouncing back from a challenging experience. Please